I really hope you could hear those birds. It's just so nice to be out. Hello and good morning to you. I have come to a very wet and boggy park. It's sort of close to where I live, and trying to be a bit careful because it's very wet and slippy. But I'm really pleased to be out. We've had rain for days and it's just nice to be out. I don't really know what I'm going to try and photograph, and I don't know if we're going to be successful, but what I'm trying to do is just sort of capture the colours, the textures, the feeling of being in this space. We've got some woods here, we've got a river which I'm sure is going to be flooded, so there may be some flood waters, and just try and get a sense of the space. Today I've only bought a few lenses with me. I've bought a wide angled lens, I bought my 18 to 55 lens, and I've also bought my 56mm prime. So the first two are Fujifilm native lenses, and they're going on my Fujifilm XT3. And then the 56mm is my Viltrox 1.4mm. f1.4 lens, and I love that one. It's going to be great for some close details. I've also brought my filters. I carry Kase filters with me, and I've got adapters for both the wide-angled lens and the 18 to 55 zoom, and particularly if we're looking at flood waters, etc., maybe a CPL polarizing lens may help. All right, let's get into it. I found this beautiful tree. It's got nice brown leaves, which sounds a bit strange, but all of the surrounding leaves and trees and that are all very green. I'm sort of shooting in towards the sun, which maybe, there's a dog running through, which sort of backlights the leaves a little bit. I'm using a polarizer just to take off any reflection. I'm shooting at, let's move that to 160 and f8, and when the light is just right, I'm going to grab this, and if it comes out, you'll see the shot now. So I'm shooting quite low, I'm about 2 foot off the ground here. If I get any higher, I'm not really going to see the reeds, or they're going to be very distorted because I'm using this 10 to 24 lens. If I get any lower, I won't see any of the reflection of the big tree across the water, which I'd like to get. So just trying to get that height organisation just so is what I'm trying to do. Using a polarizing lens, I'm shooting at ISO 160, f8 and 1/80th of a second. So I'm still at this same tree, but I'm gonna, I've switched onto my 18-55 and I've zoomed right in. I'm going to try and compress all of these orange and greens and grey foliage and grasses and tree trunks, etc., to make a somewhat sort of abstract image. So now I'm going to try a little bit of ICM photography, which I love. It really abstracts the sort of scene and really helps out to give an evocation of a particular environment that you're shooting. And it helps you to express how you're feeling. I'm feeling incredibly peaceful at the moment. Now my feet have warmed up. I've got my socks and boots, my dry boots, and that's why I took the boots off. To go paddling in in this pool because now I've got dry feet, which is great. So my feet are tingling a little bit. But yes, so what I've done is I've put on an ND64 and a polarizing lens, and I've set my shutter speed to half a second, and I'm at 200 ISO and f8 still. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do various movements, and this first one is just quite a simple vertical movement. So I'm going to focus on these reeds in front of me and just make a very small movement as I open the shutter. So just rising up, and if it's too much, you get too much movement. If it's not enough, it just looks like you didn't take the picture. There was unintentional camera movement, but just a little bit of movement is enough. I mean, there's lots of videos on YouTube that you can go and look at for techniques about ICMs. Not particularly interesting. My preferred ones are moving vertically or moving sideways. And so I am just going to move that sideways, and that's maybe a little bit too much movement. But I think in this case, because you've got the vertical trees, a vertical movement is going to be more appropriate. So, have one more go. And I'm just going to have a go. There's this little reed just down here. I'm going to get quite low. Focus on that, and then just move the camera up. I just want to move that a little bit to one side, and not makes quite so much movement. Again, if it comes out, I'll show you. So there you have it. It's a couple of hours in the woods and trying to capture some reflections. I didn't take out the 56, no textures appealed to me to get close in, but I've had a lovely couple of hours out here, and you know, I'd always recommend, if you've got nothing else to do, just get out with your camera and see what you can find. I think I've got a couple of nice pictures, nothing portfolio worth, but certainly been enjoyable. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please give it a thumbs up. It makes a big difference to the channel. Maybe think about subscribing, and I hope to see you on the next one. And until then, thanks for watching and bye for now.